Hey, everybody.
Hello, hello. Happy Friday.
I don't know why
What's
my
up,
music isn't
family? Happy
playing.
Friday.
Happy Friday, y'all.
We're gonna
Happy
do
Friday. My music is not
Hey.
playing. Now I want to play. Sorry,
Uh,
y'all. Hello. What's going on?
Hey.
Happy
hey,
Friday.
What
hey,
Happy
up,
hey,
one?
hey.
Friday. Happy
Come into the
Friday.
space,
There we
come into the
go.
space. Hey, hey,
Hey.
hey. What's up, y'all?
I'm going to do my
Hey.
little share party
What's up,
too.
y'all?
Yep.
Hey.
My watch party.
Yep. We in.
Hey.
Hey.
Yes.
Dun, dun, dun. What's
How is
up,
everybody
one
today? Starting the watch
family?
party.
Yes.
Same.
Oh my
Friday.
gosh, y'all, we made it. Jesus, praise baby Jesus and all the angels. Cause
And
honey,
all the angels.
I say that this week was the week every time, and
Sis,
then some other stuff happens. Oh
Listen.
Lord.
I can relate.
But can I just be petty for a second? Because I'm starting early.
Be
I don't know
petty.
about y'all. But I'm starting
Oh, you
early.
ready?
First
What
of
you
all, it's my
drinking?
birthday weekend. First
It
of
show
all.
is.
It's a birthday weekend. I'm about to turn up.
Shout out.
Yes.
I was going to do a
Shout
special
out,
shout out for you,
sis.
but we'll do it now.
Oh, see?
Yes.
Well, I was just
You
gonna
know what? We're going to
say,
wait for more people to get in the space so that we
Right.
yes.
can really do it the right way.
Yeah,
That's
okay,
right.
we will do that. We will wait for more people to get into the space, and I won't say what I'm really toasting today. I'm gonna save that until we start. And Meek, I bet you know what I'm
Sis,
toasting.
I already know.
And
And I
Carrie,
bet
I
you
bet
Carrie
you could
know.
probably
Oh, I
imagine what
know.
I'm
And I'm
toasting.
sure our special guests know too.
Right. So I'm gonna get a long, strong drink on this one. But what's up, Camille? How you doing? Hey, y'all. Good evening. Good evening. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday,
Happy
We are
family.
Friday.
feeling good. How are you doing, Carrie? What's going on?
I'm good. I'm cool. Listen, I'm coasting. I'm living my life like it's golden. I'm chilling. I'm
Hey.
writing. I'm working. I'm
Amen.
vibing. We good. Okay.
Amen. Amen. I hear that.
She's like, I'm vibing. We good.
Yes.
I love it. That need to be on a t-shirt, a
Right.
sweatshirt.
Right.
Well, we might have to talk about that.
Speaking of
You know?
sweatshirt,
Speaking of
Yeah. Can I
sweatshirts,
can I
see,
plug it in real quick?
please. Yeah, I wish I had
May
known I
I?
would have worn mine. Yes.
No, oh no, it's all good. It's all good. I'm just gonna plug real quick. So I am so excited because the month of October not only is my birthday month and my sister's birthday month, and we in the
hey,
house.
hey,
Yes.
hey.
But also I will be partnering with Whittier Cafe out here in Denver, in Whittier, Denver. And I'm gonna be selling my t-shirts and hoodies there starting mid-October for the rest of the year. So y'all be on the lookout. I got some stuff
Word.
coming through. So yeah, that's it. Y'all ready?
Word. The
Awesome.
Carrie Joy line has just been released, y'all.
Yes.
Just
So
wanted to
check it
drop
Support our
out.
there.
sister.
Yes. Are you dropping the link
You
too? Can
sure
people go to your
have.
website now?
Paying homage to Asada too. And
Word.
Dope. Oh
I
no.
know. I think we're
can y'all
losing
hear me?
her.
We're losing you, sis.
Yeah. Can people go to your website, Carrie?
Uh,
Oh, hopefully she comes back.
okay.
Well, it looks like we got people up on the space
Yes,
and live
welcome
with us.
everybody.
Welcome, everybody. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
We'll try to get Carrie back in a second, y'all.
Yes.
But, honey,
Hey,
let me tell
girl.
you, first of all, I got cute. Can I show you my shirt that I'm wearing?
Oh, yes.
It says, "Do not disturb my peace, my joy, my grind, and my whole entire vibe."
Yo, where'd you get that? That's
Okay.
dope.
I got it from one of them internet shops. I'm gonna put it on.
Right.
I'm gonna post it for y'all so y'all know where I got it from because I don't remember right now.
Right.
But but I'm
That's
feeling cute.
dope. You look cute.
Thank you, sis.
Birthday girl.
Hey, 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 hey.
So we have enough people here in the space to formally wish 1/3 of the SIP podcast a happy birthday.
Thank you,
You're
sis.
so welcome. Y'all drop some happy birthdays in the comments, okay?
Yes, honey, I need all the love. It's been a crazy time. And I got to thank you and my husband and my mama because I have not been wanting to celebrate this birthday at all, sis. I've
Girl.
been like, how
That's
about
how
we
I
just
felt.
skip this year? Right.
No skipping. And just like you told me, I said the same thing. I ain't feeling my birthday. We in the middle of quarantine. Yada, yada, yada.
Exactly.
But no.
That's right. We got to celebrate ourselves no
That's
matter
right.
what. And I'm grateful. My birthday's actually on Monday, y'all. So you can celebrate all weekend. You can send me little messages all weekend. I will be feeling the love and we'll give it
Yes.
back to you. But I'm feeling blessed. I can't
Girl,
complain.
yes.
Yeah. Hey, there you are, sis. What's up,
You're back.
Carrie?
Happy birthday!
Oh, thank you, sis. That was perfect. Thank
Sorry, I
you.
had to reconnect. And my bad, but I did hear you. I heard it. Yes,
Thank
absolutely, girl. We gonna turn up.
you.
Hey,
Yes,
hey.
we are. I'm
Hey,
excited.
How y'all doing?
Wait, so can I tell you what I'm toasting to then now? May
Yes,
I
well,
share?
what you drinking and what you
What you
toasting
sipping
to?
on?
Okay. So, well, first of all, I had to get Prosecco for my
Yes,
special guest
honey.
tonight, honey, because my girl Steffi, I'm so excited that she's here with us. So I have been saving this bottle. This is Moscato d'Asti, darling. This is cupcake Prosecco. I'm loving it. Sorry, cupcake Moscato, not Prosecco. Let me tell the truth. But I am happy to have some bubbly for my sister. So I'm having bubbly in honor of my birthday, in honor of
Yes.
Steffi, and in honor of Trump getting the coronavirus. Amen. Woo, hold on. Honey, I
knew it
will
was
drink
coming.
Come on now.
Listen.
You know you sipping a little bit in celebration. Come on, let's tell the truth.
Yes, we all are. I mean, and if you're not, then what's your problem?
Girl, when I saw the news on CNN, I said, won't he do it? Won't he do it, Jesus?
Won't he do it?
Won't he?
My God is an awesome God. He reigns.
Somebody said in the IG, somebody said on Instagram, funeral homes, stand close and stand by.
Come on now.
Oh,
that's so wrong. Y'all forgive us.
It's not wrong because that mofo said it.
Yes, he did. And
of
you know
course,
what?
Yeah,
it ain't wrong.
He was blowing dog whistles all debate.
Oh, I don't need a mask.
His
Who needs a
people.
mask? I can't believe Biden's wearing so many masks. I mean, sir, there is nothing to joke about what's going on in the world today. And I'm going to tell y'all something. I was in a Lyft ride last week. And Nick, I told you about this. I was in a Lyft ride last week and it was my first time being in a Lyft in months. And I got in the Lyft. First of all, I'm all masked up. I'm nervous. The dude has like a kind of handkerchief on. He ain't doing much. And I said to him, how are you? This is my first ride since like the pandemic. And he was like, well, this has been my 600th or 700th. Then, I don't think you should believe the hype in the media. They say that there's millions of cases, but there aren't many. And I don't even know anyone who's had it. And I said, you know what, sir? People in my family have actually passed away from it. And there's people in my family right now who are currently suffering through it. So you might be doing well, but not everyone is. And this ignorance that Trump perpetuates about the virus not being that big of a deal, or, him not worrying about his own personal safety. So that means that everybody else shouldn't. I'm sorry. I'm not here for it today. Thank you, baby Jesus. I appreciate you answering my prayer. I'm being petty today because it's my birthday weekend. And I don't care because Trump has put a lot of people at risk and I'm not here for it. So on that, I hope you will join me.
Absolutely. Somebody said, I was going to say real quick on Instagram, and given, RBG had her issues and we can talk about that whenever we talk about that. But somebody said, well, it looks like RBG argued her first case in heaven.
And there you go. And there you go.
And won.
Hallelujah, Jesus.
Far. Yeah.
So y'all forgive us.
Honey, the shadiness that I've been seeing all over social media today has given me absolute life. Like, it has given me life. I'm not even going to lie.
Karma
Petty in me is like...
Karma, baby.
You sow what you reap.
Yes, you do.
You know what I'm saying? And so I'm just praying that the universe aligns in a fashion that, protects all people. You know what I mean? And this motherfucker's a threat.
Right.
To all of humanity.
Period.
Right.
That's all I have
Somebody said to me earlier, would we have cared if Hitler got the coronavirus?
Yes, and I would have toasted to that too.
Exactly. So
The
it's
petty
like
in me.
there's so much blood on Trump's hands. There's so much blood on his hands.
Come
Like,
on,
why do
y'all.
we care? We don't care. Bye.
And let's be honest. I mean, if you had any assumptions or any misconceptions, let's say, because most of us don't. And what's up, Vonette? I see
Hey,
you.
Vonette.
Hey, girl. If you had any misconceptions, which, you know, about who Trump is, he showed you last week. I am done. There's no argument. There's no conversation. There's nothing else to be said. The man is a troll. I'm glad he got the coronavirus. And I'm going to drink to that.
Right.
Thank you very much.
And here's the thing. In all reality, if he didn't have money or access to money the way that he does, right, he would have been locked up and on death row like a long time ago, because the way that he manipulates and harms people, no matter who is in his way, like that is consistent with a sociopath. Sir, you are a sociopath. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm pretty sure if you didn't have that access to capital, you know, it would have been a very different situation.
Absolutely.
And you don't care because you're benefited. You don't care because you're not suffering.
That's right.
If your family was suffering, you'd be singing a different tune. And that's the problem with Trump. But we already know this. So
with a lot of folks who lack empathy and compassion and are greedy and selfish.
Period.
You talked about it last week, Mom.
Period. So for all the black people in America,
said what I said.
I said what I said.
So for all the black people in America, we are toasting to Trump getting the coronavirus today. Happy Friday, y'all.
Happy Friday. And in honor of my sis, Steffi, I'm drinking some rosé wine.
You know that.
Hey, rosé. I'm on that peanut butter whiskey today.
Come on, peanut butter whiskey.
I still need to get that from you.
I do too.
She be turning us onto the good stuff. The chocolate wine, peanut butter whiskey.
Right.
The lemongrass tea.
I do what I can. Okay.
Listen, if there's anybody new tuning in, where are y'all from? We want to say hello to you. We want to shout y'all out. Put it in the comments. Let us know. We just appreciate so many people who have been listening to the episode and checking us out.
Yes.
We are the sip, the singer, the instrumentalist, and the poet. Please share this, y'all. Definitely, we appreciate all the love that you've been giving us. And I'm just so excited because our little podcast is growing.
It is. Last week we had amazing views. Almost 2.5K.
Yes, honey. Yes. We're growing.
We're growing. Thank you to everybody who's following us, like Raj said. So let's keep the train going.
Keep it going.
But how else are y'all doing? Everything is good in your worlds? There's some good stuff that happened this week. This week has been a little quiet. I think everybody, between the election and not the election, the debate, and just everything else kind of going on in the world, this has been a little quiet. I think people wanted to act okay this week. So, I don't have anything too crazy, but there's a couple little shout outs. First being, this is kind of some news that I have, which is like some good news that I needed after the end of this week. An album that I got to be a part of last year is up for Grammy consideration for Nate Smith.
Say what?
So I'm super excited. I hope he gets nominated and I hope he wins because the album is incredible. So shout out to Nate Smith. And y'all, I need that win this week because I had to buy a new car. Okay.
Right.
Amen to
Girl.
that.
Okay, it's been a lot.
All the good energy. Yes.
Right.
So when I saw that yesterday, I was like, what? Oh my gosh, he's on the ballot. So I hope he wins that. Shout out. Definitely shout out to him.
Shout out to you.
And shout out to you, sis.
Hell yeah.
Your contribution helped make that happen too. So
thank you. It's a really dope album and I'm super honored to be a part of it. So
Nate Smith, and what's the title?
The name of the album is Light and Shadow.
Yes, nice.
And so there was a collaboration with Van Hunt, so I'm on the strings for that. Van Hunt is super dope. Did y'all know Van Hunt is dating Halle Berry?
No, but I don't blame her, honey, because Van Hunt could get it. I'm just kidding.
Seconds of pleasure, girl.
Baby, Down Here in Hell? Come on now.
Love that song.
Oh, I love me some Van Hunt. I wish I could see him live. I bet he's dope live.
Same. And they perform a lot live together, so maybe I'll meet him one day and be like, Halle girl, what's up, girl? But so that was cool news. Also, y'all remember Ananda Lewis
Yeah.
from
Wasn't
MTV?
she like a model? Yeah.
Yeah,
Wasn't she
was
like a correspondent?
yeah, she was a correspondent for MTV for a long time. I think she might have done some stuff with BET, and she became like a carpenter and started building houses.
Word.
Yeah, well, she released a statement today saying that she's in stage 3 breast cancer and she wished she had said something about it sooner. So just wanted to send some positive love and prayers to that sister because she's going through it right now. I saw that and just felt like,
her.
I know. And apparently she had like a show on like DIY channel for a while, like showing you how sis be like really out here doing carpentry. And so, yeah, just shout out to her. But there's really been nothing crazy this week. Some ratchet pop culture. Nene is leaving ROA again. RHOA again. Nobody cares, Nene. Nobody cares.
I was wondering why they brought her back in the first place.
Why they even brought her back?
Come on now. Come on. You know, Nene
still watches
is
that?
a caricature. I haven't watched it in a while. I haven't.
I had to stop.
I can't lie to you. I was.
You used to watch it. That's why I'm bringing this up because I knew you. I didn't know if you still did.
I didn't know. I used to binge it, especially when we lived in New York, and I would be working from home and like doing expense reports, girl, watching Real Housewives of Atlanta. But I haven't watched it in a long time. But of course, you know, I follow them and I see all the shenanigans.
The drama.
Nene Leakes is a whole hot ham and cheese mess.
Hot ham and cheese mess.
Girl, do what you gotta do. Take care of your family. Like, stop. You too grown for the madness.
You know, I lost a lot of respect for her with the whole Greg situation, and he was going through the cancer. And I know it's hard to be a caretaker, but the way she was going about it.
Nene was the tall one with the blonde hair. She had like a little shortcut.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just was like, girl, you're doing too much. And I think she's a trash friend. I just think she is. And like, who cares? I just saw that and I was like, but girl, how many times have you left and come back?
Right.
Over money. Like,
right. Exactly.
So
Lord.
That's really all that was happening this week. I think the biggest thing that everybody was really talking about was the debate. And how could you not? I mean, I didn't get to watch it in real time. I had to go back later and watch like clips of it. And I was literally like,
you ain't missed nothing.
You ain't missed nothing.
I didn't
you
miss
really
nothing.
Didn't.
It's all the bullshit that it's been. It shall continue to be. And
it's just unbelievable. Like, it really is unbelievable that this is where this country is and that this is the option.
Right.
It's unbelievable.
Right. And I know I said this to you earlier this week, Mo, when we were talking a little bit, but like, you know, I am more frustrated with a system that produced Trump than I am
than you are with Trump.
You know what I'm saying? Like the fact that this man can even be the president is our problem, America. That's it right there.
That's it right there.
But yeah, it's wild. That debate was crazy. But I mean, like I can't lie. That whole stand back and stand by.
Man, listen.
I was like,
what?
Okay.
You knew, but come on, man. Like this man has not given you any opportunity to think any otherwise.
Right.
That's the thing. Yeah. Like you know,
it's not surprising.
Yeah. Don't get me started, y'all. We got other things to do.
I know.
Okay, my bad. Really on back in.
All I know is that I'm toasting to the diagnosis. That's all I know.
Listen, if I came into some real big, long, and strong money, I'm out. I'm buying an island. Y'all coming?
Yeah, girl.
You buying an island?
We'll start our own government. We'll start our own schools.
Let's
we'll
go.
grow our own food.
Let's do it.
And I'm done.
We can travel, make music, come back home.
That's it.
Call it a day.
That's it. Come back when we want to come back.
Right.
But yeah, so that's really it for pop culture this week. Nothing crazy. You know, people were behaving. So.
Well, amen to that. And
people were behaving.
Right.
But y'all ready to bring on our special guest?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I'm so excited, y'all. I want to read this bio to you because I need y'all to understand the amazingness that's about to happen. And I listen, I love bigging up my sister girls. So y'all just gonna have to deal with the way that I read this bio because this is my boo. So, fashion wardrobe and personal stylist Steffany Allen, her legal name is Stephanie Breedy Edwards. She knew early on she was destined for a career in fashion. Her grandfather, Benjamin Allen, was an initial source of fashion inspiration. And wanting to stand out from the crowd in school, Breedy Edwards made her own clothes and ultimately created her distinct fashion style and voice. Now in Brooklyn, New York, Breedy earned an AAS in fashion design from Fashion College in Atlanta, Georgia, Botter Fashion College in Atlanta, Georgia. In 1992, she studied at the Fashion Institute of Technology, and she has worked in retail sales, designer showrooms, studios, and production for more than 25 years. She began her work at the prestigious Manolo Blahnik in 1995, starting out as an assistant in shipping and receiving and quickly being promoted to manager of production and distribution. Leaving Manolo in 2009, Steffany parted ways with them and created her own business. Once again, inspired by her grandfather, she created Steffany Allen LLC and began her career as a personal fashion and wardrobe stylist in 2010. I met her at that time as well, and she became one of the first stylists I ever had for Raj Jalari Music. As a personal stylist, Steffany Allen's mission is to empower women of all sizes to change their perception of themselves and enable them to tap into their inner selves through wardrobe and accessories. Additionally, Steffany Allen focuses on providing women with a service to develop their own personal style, exude confidence, and ultimately feel comfortable in their own skin. As a stylist, Steffany has provided styling for New York Fashion Week, Full Figured Fashion Week in New York and LA, key stylist for Ashley Stewart, editorial styling for Plus Model Magazine, and she's also the current fashion editor for the online editorial magazine Curves Be Real.
That
Right
be working.
now, okay, and in 2017, Miss Allen established Steffany Allen Limited, expanding her brand, creating custom maxi dresses, skirts, and kimonos for women of every size. Her collection was also featured in New York Fashion Week, February 2020, and on Good Morning America in July 2020.
Yes.
Without further ado, I would like to welcome to the SIP for the first time, fashion, wardrobe, and personal stylist, and our dear friend, Steffany Allen. We love you, sis. Welcome, welcome. Girl, the bio, honey. I was like, let me get through. I was like, what child? Let me not mess this up. How are you, boo?
Hey. So good. Hi, friends. Hi, sisters. Oh my God.
Steffi.
I miss y'all so much.
We miss you
We
too.
miss you too, sis. We miss you too.
It's not
We
the
haven't
same.
seen
It's not
you.
the same. Ugh. I can't
It's
take
not.
it.
And I we haven't had our New York trip. We haven't had our annual hang. I'm feeling it today.
I was flashing back to the pictures when Ella and I came to Denver, what was that, 2 years ago? And we were all together. We went to the castle. And I was just like reminiscing. I was like, oh, that was such a good time. We went up the mountains and like the whole thing. And it was just such a good time. And I was like, dang, we wanted to come back again this year, but you know, COVID.
That's okay. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
I'm coming to see y'all.
Right. So now I've read your bio, but I want to hear from you a little bit about who you are, because you are obviously my favorite fashionista, my favorite stylist. But can you tell me, one, what was your earliest fashion memory, and what has been your experience in your mind to date?
Oh, wow. I do remember like always wanting to dress and just kind of be like funky and fly in any way that I could. Like I had an early obsession with jumpsuits. I have a picture. I have to try to find it. And it's like like vertical stripes. I got a turtleneck on. My hair was like coiffed, a little belt. I was doing my thing at probably like 7 or 8 years old. Like, so that's just like always been my way to stand out. And I didn't even know that it was standing out. It was just, I wanted to be, you know, different.
Yeah.
And all the way up to this point, like I had no idea that my journey would take me to where I am now. You know, they always say you make plans and God laughs. And my idea was to like move to New York. I was going to work for Donna Karan and like all this kind of stuff. Okay. That never happened. But I ended up working for one of the major shoe designers on the planet, Manolo Blahnik. and was there for 15 years and didn't really know where that journey would take me because I didn't have an opportunity to create, but I was still a part of, the growth of the brand.
Right.
I was there before Sex and the City, before brand placement became a thing. And actually, ironically enough, the boot that J-Lo wore in the what was it? The Love Don't Cost a Thing. I'm not even sure what the Oakland that they called the like Noah Blahnik Tim, right? So the first year I started there in 1995 was the year that boot actually came out.
Wow.
Exactly. So it was a revisit when J-Lo came on the scene. Brandy wore the boot, and there was like different variations of it. And you're doing something when you see a knockoff of your shoe on Canal Street.
Yes,
Like, see it like hanging up. I'm like, is that the boot on Canal Street?
Like, oh, I'm hot.
Exactly. Exactly. I'm like, wow, okay. But just to be a part of the brand and to watch it grow and to do some amazing things and to be a part of it was kind of phenomenal. It's kind of like a dream job, if you will. And it was a small company, small intimate company. It still is. But, I had no idea that I would be working there and, for the length of time that I did. And then moving into becoming a stylist, like that was nowhere on my horizon,
Wow.
And also being an entrepreneur. Like I thought I was going to go down with the building with Manolo. That was my vision. But, but becoming a stylist, it was kind of like, I can do this. Like I didn't, and being a stylist has now sort of become a buzzword in the industry. Because most people know it as fashion editors. I mean, it's still the stylist, stylist term is definitely a thing. But you're more behind the scenes, but now people are more present and in the front. And I didn't really know that I could do it. And actually, it was under the encouragement of Elle, my husband, and actually Ryan too, Raj.
Yes, shout out.
Come on now.
Yeah, okay. Just as far as like learning and learning different bodies, I was like, I need to get more education behind this. So Ryan actually sent me the links to FIT for their personal styling, I think image consulting, image consulting and their fashion styling courses. So it was like part of their continuing education. So I went back to school and I was just like, okay, let's see, because I need to know how to dress other bodies than my own.
Right.
So exactly. So, being a plus size woman, I can, handle it, but we face different challenges as women. There's certain parts of our body that we like to camouflage. I need to know how to do that for someone who's, a size 6, and that's not me, but I need to know how to do that if that's what her desire is.
Right.
So, just wanting to learn as much as I could as I embarked on this journey. It was like, okay, I got to do it fast and strong so I can know what I'm doing out there.
Yes.
I never interned for anyone. I never really assisted. I just jumped right in and did the best that I could and told anybody and everybody, what I wanted to do. And, here I am.
Right.
Wow.
I mean, you have done
really dope.
You have done such an amazing job. And I know I'm going to ask you for all of your history. And I want to talk about some of your favorite styling moments too.
Okay.
But we're going to loop you into something real quick. And that's our question of the day, which Yuri normally talks about. Sorry, sis.
I should have asked for the preset. I need to know in advance.
Let them know.
See, we don't even know in advance.
Right.
This is how your friends do you people. These are your friends.
The element of surprise.
Right.
Okay.
So, question of the day. All right.
Okay, I'm ready.
So, we live in a world where there's like a lot of desire for instant gratification, right?
Right.
So, if you could snap your fingers and anything would appear to you at all times except for money, what would it be?
If anything were to
It had to be the same thing?
It has to be the same thing.
The same thing?
It's like a genie, but you snap your fingers, but you only get the same thing every time you snap your fingers. What would it be?
It's not money.
Ooh.
It's not money.
And it's not money.
Y'all gonna judge me right now.
I already know what you're going to say, Steffany. I already know what you're going to say.
Refrigerator of rosé.
I knew it.
I'm gonna take a sip.
No,
I'm gonna take a sip with you.
I was like, they blunt. Absolutely. All day, every day.
You know,
You're like all day, every day.
I mean,
Yes.
yeah.
That's hard.
Sorry to be so predictable, but hey, you know,
Girl,
I'm a woman of a
listen.
certain
You like
age, and
what
I
you
like what I
like.
like.
You know what
That's
Know
right.
thyself, Friday. Know thyself. Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know. Go, Nick. Do you know? I'm trying to think.
So I
It's
have
gonna be
like
the
a
same
ratchet
thing.
one.
A ratchet one. Oh.
Not a ratchet, but just something that's like. I ain't gonna say it.
You gotta say it now, Mo.
You
gotta say it now.
You gotta say
So
it, Mo.
I have two because
Okay.
I feel like one is the flesh of me, and then the other
Ooh,
part
you gonna
is
steal mine? I already know you gonna steal
Lord.
mine. I'm mad. I'm mad already.
Wait, let me take a sip before
Okay.
I respond.
Right. Oh, we gotta remember Steffi's the prude of the group. Hold on, y'all.
Oh Lord!
Oh no.
I carry
might have
myself
you
in a
beat. I
certain
might have you
demeanor,
beat,
okay?
Oh, here we go,
In a
darling.
certain demeanor, I got two, honey. Okay.
But y'all love me anyway, and that's all right.
Yes, we do, boo. Yes, we do.
Okay, the first one, the
Oh, just
she
spit
one.
it out, Nick. Spit
Spit
it
it
out,
out. Stop
child.
putting-
I have two.
We
So
waiting.
the categories are different. So the first category, I would want to have instant peace. Like if I was in a situation, like, because I worry a lot, I would want to be able to
That's
just
good.
be like, girl,
That's good.
get it together. And then I just
Yes.
be like, together. And I'm
That's
good.
good. That's a
Yes.
good one. That's a
I
good
like
one.
that one. Yes.
Yes.
And then the second one, a moment with my husband,
See, you stole mine. Man, that was the only thing I could think of. Dang.
God.
You got one with the left hand and one with the right hand.
Right.
Exactly.
She wants
Problem
peace and
solved.
lots of sex. There you go.
I mean, they do sound
Oh,
It sounds
I
perfect.
mean, it's a great life. It's a great life.
Maybe you could get a combo, Mo, so maybe it can all happen at the same
Right.
time.
Like maybe you could do like yoga sex or something. you know?
Right. Listen, I'm flexible.
down out.
Oh, Lord.
Come on, flexible.
Remember that video on Instagram that was going around with the little boy doing the splits, and the mama was like, "You is flexible."
I never saw that.
God.
Now I need to see it.
Y'all have to see it. It's hilarious. My baby is flexible.
No, you gotta text me that one. You
I
gotta
will.
text me that.
I will text you.
Well, I feel like I was missing out on that one. You gotta let me know.
Oh,
man.
I watched it like 100 times. It was hilarious.
Oh my God.
You is flexible.
I mean, Nick took mine. So go ahead, Carrie. Nick took mine. I'm sorry.
She ain't right. She ain't
I
right.
would say, the cannabis on occasion. I'd love to be able to
Le Cannabis.
to
Okay.
tap into that whenever
Cannabis.
I needed. Cannabis, come on now.
That's the fancy shishi version.
Listen, that was for free because you about to see that on the shelf soon. Watch. You better
Right. Cannabis,
Listen.
come on now. But all I want to know is, can I get the Simply Pure hookup though? That's what I would really want in there.
And we get the hookup. What's the discount code, sis? What's the discount code?
Right. How we do that? How we do that?
Make it work.
I'm sweating over here.
I mean,
Oh, Lord.
my 1.5 would be a glass of Prosecco, darling. But my equally as important would be a moment with my husband. Because Nick, you stole that one, so I had to come up with something.
Listen, we was on the same. That's
I
it,
got
you
you,
know.
girl. I got you.
That's a good question. Carrie, you be coming with the
Wow.
good questions.
Carrie is deep.
Party cues.
Don't sleep
No,
on
it's not
Carrie.
deep.
Don't sleep on Carrie.
Party
She deep.
cues.
She deep.
Right.
She deep over there.
Listen.
And that's why we love her.
Love
Yes,
you.
we do. Yes.
So, okay, so back to our interview section, right?
Yes.
How do you follow up with that, Lord?
I know. I mean, and I done known you a long time, Steffi, so I could ask some really good questions, but I'm going to keep it PC tonight.
Please do.
Tell me first, who are some of your favorite fashion inspirations? Because I've known you a long time, right? And when I met you in 2010, you were just starting you had just left Manolo. To pick up on your story.
Yes,
You had
yes.
just left Manolo. You were just starting your business, and I was just starting myself as a jazz vocalist in New York. And the way that you would put outfits together, I felt like it totally elevated my brand, like almost overnight. Who
Aw.
are some of your like fashion inspirations? Where do you get your inspiration from? Because we already know you're the moto jacket queen, darling. We already know.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, yes,
And
yes,
you're
yes,
and
yes.
you're the
And the
caftan
camo
queen,
queen.
And the
darling.
camo.
And the camo queen.
Yes.
So
Okay,
who
so
are
any
some of your
my favorite, like I call them my fashion friends in my head.
Yes, yes, yes.
There's obviously Tracy Ellis Ross,
Mm-hmm.
Solange,
Mm.
Rachel Zoe. Now Rachel Zoe, like she actually was part of the inspirational part of my journey with becoming a stylist because she had a show on Bravo. And she kind of has like a boho vibe. And anybody that knows me, I got like piles of jewelry and,
Yes.
my maxis. And that's sort of like the energy that she has as far as fashion.
Yes.
And so I've always like, she's been a fashion friend in my head. And ironically, Sarah Jessica Parker from Sex and the City, I know like, she, and just her own personal style is sort of eclectic and different. And she likes to stand out on her own. So, and she takes fashion risks and I appreciate that. So those are like the four like main like regular everyday people, if you will, who I find as fashion friends in my head. And I like that they take risk. I like that they like bold prints and color, and they're sort of unapologetic in how they wear certain things despite what critics may say, or like it's not my style, but they don't care, they do it anyway, so
Right.
I really love those are like the
Love
main
that.
four in my head. And then as far as inspiration, obviously magazines, and now with social media, because there's so many influencers and people really showing their own personal style. Like I take notes from everywhere, and it
Right.
doesn't have to be, mainstream fashion. It could be every day. And obviously living in New York, I mean, it's when you walk out the door, you can see, so much inspiration, whether it's the architecture, whether it's, older buildings, brownstones, people's personal style, street style, Seventh Avenue. I said if I really had the time and I could sit and, just sit on a park bench and like watch people walk by, like that would be dope because people express themselves through fashion. And so I feel like, obviously now with COVID and everything, it's not as much and it's not as available or visible,
Right.
but I still get my magazines. You can search the internet. I always look at, Paris Fashion Week, and all those, international designers and just, just the world is
Come on with the
big.
leg peeking
I
out.
know.
Hold
I
on now.
love that. I love it.
But wait, Steffi, you're not from New York, so where are you from?
I'm originally from Cincinnati, Ohio.
Hey, the Midwest.
Yes, come
Midwest,
on,
eh, eh,
Midwest
eh,
all
eh,
day.
eh,
Hey,
eh, eh,
hey,
eh.
hey.
How did
But
you get to New York?
I actually was my college roommate in Atlanta from Atlanta. She came to New York before me and she was like, Steph, you gotta get here, you gotta get here. And I always knew that I wanted to come to New York, but I knew straight from high school I wasn't ready. So I spent, a couple of years in Atlanta just to kind of get acclimated to living in a bigger city,
Right.
a little more nightlife, more environment, more activities, more social stuff than Cincinnati, of course. And then when I came to New York, it was like a culture shock. It was so many shocks. I was like, oh my God, but this is it. Like, I know I needed to be here. I took the train from Cincinnati all the way to New York. I feel like it was like 18 hours or something like that. I don't even know. The first time I came,
Wow, girl.
and my first my first experience was like Penn Station in the middle of the night, homeless people, derelicts, the dirt, everything, the grime, the grit.
Girl.
And I was just like, oh my God, I belong here. I know that
I
sounds
love that.
crazy, but it was just like, there's a certain energy that New York has, and it's like either you get it or you don't. And And I just felt like I was connected. And I actually stayed with a friend of mine in the Bronx for 3 months, like once I finished school. And I was just like, I will work 3 jobs. You know, I had to plead to my parents to let me stay. And, you know, my dad is just like, well, you know, we've raised you toward the best of our abilities. And, you know, I'm just like, okay, daddy, I know how to work. I know how to grind. I'm going to make it work. And, you know, so I hustled. I did whatever I could to make sure I could, you know, afford to pay my rent. And because New York is no joke, you know, even back then.
No, that's real.
But you've worked your way. You've worked your way up the ranks, though. I mean, you've gone from being with Manolo to starting your own business, and you also do a lot of contract work for many different companies. And it looks like your business has also changed since the pandemic, right? Like we're seeing all these masks.
The masks.
How did your life change post-COVID?
You know, it's so crazy. And honestly, I wanted to bring out a point. Come on, John.
Hey,
no, yes. I didn't even know we could see videos. Come on, man. Come on.
Yes,
honey, yes.
That was a moment.
Wait, what is this? What's
so
the
that's for his album cover. We shot, this is my second time working with him. And John is a really good friend of mine. We actually sing background vocals for another friend of ours, Danny G. And so last summer we worked on his single release where we did some, you know, on location shoots on the street. And he was like, I'm releasing new music, so, you know, I need the team again. And he was like, but I want a kimono this time. I was just like, all right, I got you. And it was just like so amazing. I had no idea like how, I mean, I know what it is when I'm working on it, but to like actually see it on someone and see it in action and seeing the way that he like did that, I was like, this right here, that's the money shot, you know?
Yes.
And your kimonos, I mean, you've been making them for how long now? Because you said they were just on Good Morning America in July, is that right?
Okay. So a little backtrack on that. Okay, so to answer your other question, wait, first I wanted to say, Mo, last week you made a comment about how, you know, people were saying 2020 is like the glow up and not really being compassionate about people in their personal struggles. And so I just want to make a point that it is not lost on me that so many people have lost their lives, their jobs, their homes, even their businesses, you know, during this time. So I don't want to be insensitive towards that. But I cannot deny the favor that I've had in 2020 with, you know, New York Fashion Week and, you know, being on Good Morning America and stuff. But I'm very grateful. So with regards to the masks, I just made one for Elle, because he was still commuting in early March when COVID sort of was like setting into New York. And my neighbor, who's also on social media, I made a couple for my neighbors and stuff. And, you know, so she posted it. I made one for myself. And then, of course, people that know me, they're like, are you making masks? And I was just like, yeah, you know, just, I wasn't even really thinking about it. And then, like, I was getting, like, random inboxes. And I was just like, okay, then Ryan had reached out. He was like, Steph, you making them? I was like, of course. So I sent some to the crew. I sent some to Mo. Carrie, I still owe you a mask, sis. I mean, that. Okay, I owe you a mask. Carrie.
Like, what time?
Wait, Carrie, even your mom hasn't one of my masks. So I
love it. I love it.
She's with the Camo Club. So
yes, honey.
But anyway, so it has grown and it had been a source of income for me during like the hot time in New York between March and May or late June, early June. So you know, I've getting people interested, and then, you know, the masks started happening, the head wraps started happening, and then it was like, okay, I'm open and available. If you want one, I can make it. This is what I have. If you're down, then you know, you fill out the order form and we can keep it moving. And so
I love it.
And what is this now? Wait, what you're showing here? This is when your caftan was on Good Morning America, right?
Yeah. So Trey, we have a mutual friend. And she put me in connects with her, and she's like, you know, with television, you never know what can happen. So she's like, you know, she's looking for Black designers, and obviously this is around the time when Mr. Floyd had died, you know, was murdered. And then, you know, Black Lives Matter, you know, just supporting Black businesses, you know, that buzz in early June. And my friend put me in contact with Trey. And I was like, okay, so I was willing to send her something. And she was like, I don't have a guarantee, but let's try and see what happens, whatever the producers say. So they were spotlighting, I think it was 4 designers or 4 brands. And I was like, okay, let's just send it and hope for the best.
Right.
So obviously with COVID, it was pre-taped. So when she finally reached out to me, she's just like, Steph, I don't know if I'll be able to get you on, but what I'll do is I'll wear it. And I was like, okay. So what happened with the other 3 brands, they had a virtual setup where they had 3 models in their specific locations, respective locations, and Trey was on actually live in the taping with the garment on. So it turned out to be better to where she could actually speak to what she was wearing, because the other 3 brands, there was no conversation. It was just video of them twirling and stuff.
Right.
And so when Trey was like talking about it, I was like, first of all, to see my name.
Yeah.
Steffany Allen.
I know.
I was like, oh my God. Like, that was like a big moment.
Of course.
I was like, and I was just hopeful. And she texted me. She was like, I hope I did you justice. And I was like, listen, you tried. But when I saw what she said, I saw her and I heard what she said, I was like, that's it. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. You can't pay for that. You know what I mean?
Right.
No, you can't.
It was a genuine moment, and I'm forever grateful. And through her, I've gotten so many orders.
I was gonna say, I was gonna ask that. Was it like beneficial for you?
Absolutely. And everyone was patient because like the influx was a lot, and I was like, y'all, I'm sitting here in Brooklyn by myself doing this, so I'm gonna need y'all to be patient.
Right. It's a good blessing to have, but it's a challenge nonetheless.
Right.
Listen. So I this journey for the past 6 months has been, you can't write this out. Like this is how it played out, and I'm forever grateful.
But let us not forget that you're also like one of the celebrity stylists of the stars. And I say that, I know you laugh every time I say it, but I mean that stuff, because you have also done incredible print work for Plus Model Magazine, for many other magazines, for Pose Magazine. You also are with Curves Be Real, which is what we're showing now.
Yes.
Is a lot of this your work as well? Because you also style for serious photo shoots, honey.
Honey, look
this
at
is all me.
How can I get this red satin blazer looking thing right there? Come on now. Don't think I missed that. That's gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
Yes, that's with Connie. She's amazing. It's even with Curves Be Real, that was like a weird situation. The photographer who you met, Raj, he started it as just a photo campaign spotlighting plus size women, plus size models on big like an art gallery setup. And then he decided he wanted to turn it into a magazine. And one of the models that was a part of his photo campaign mentioned me to him. And, we had a conversation just about seeing plus size models, plus size women, and high fashion editorials, non-commercial, but, in really beautiful imagery. And so once we had a conversation, I said, let's try it. Let's do it and see what we come up with. And, we really got some really amazing images, stuff that you wouldn't normally see for Plus, and, in a really high fashion way. And we took a little pause at the end of last year, and we started up again in January and February, but then, COVID hit. And I was so mad because I was already prepped and ready for the next shoot.
Wow.
And I had the clothes, I had the shoes, I had the concept. I was ready to go. And COVID was like, nah, girl, don't sit down. So
right.
I have always loved being a fly on the wall. I always tell you, just take me in your bag wherever you go to your fashion events.
Right.
I have been blessed to follow you and tag along with you to some Full Figure Fashion Week events and some other fashion shows. And your style is always amazing, sis. And
always.
I'm going to shut up so other people can ask questions, but I'm so excited that you're here. And,
absolutely.
Girl.
I'm happy to be here. I love y'all.
We love you. And I have like just so much respect and love for you. For all our viewers, Steffi actually styled me for my first maternity shoot. Well, I only had one because I was broke down the second pregnancy, but she styled me for my first maternity shoot, and people are still like, "Oh my gosh, that orange vest you were wearing!" Like, and not only is she a dear friend, but just immensely talented, and I'm just so happy that this year has been really incredible for you. And a question I have for you is, we always speak about the high moments in our careers, but we all know that there are moments, especially when you're an entrepreneur, especially when you're doing things on your own. Like you were saying, you had never worked under an intern. You had never worked under somebody as like an intern or an assistant. So what has been like a really low moment for you in your career, and what helped you get out of that moment?
Well, the low moments are when the phone doesn't ring and when you're not getting emails for jobs, because I'm freelance. I'm not with. I'm not. Sorry, that picture just popped up. I'm not with an agency, and usually agencies, book you or pitch you for jobs or whatever. So every job, every opportunity that I get is through my own, through my own effort. And so when the phone's not ringing, when nobody's emailing, reaching out to you, you're like, okay, am I valid anymore? Like, what's happening? Do I pack it up? When those moments dry up, you're just like, well, okay, what am I doing? And that's something I had to learn and adjust to, because obviously, I'm a career worker. I was at Manola Blahnik for 15 years. And in fashion, you don't stay longer than 2 or 4 years. So to have that sort of longevity with the brand, you are accustomed to certain things. So I was used to health insurance. I was used to a regular paycheck. And those adjustments during a freelance time is like, nobody tells you about that part. Nobody tells you about that part. Like, you got to keep that hustle going. So, through the outreach of my friends and, my husband, obviously, to keep me off the Brooklyn Bridge is like, is that Maya? Sorry. It's like you have to like kind of take a step back, regroup, recognize that your work is valid, what you do is, important and necessary. People, like you, people like working with you. It's just a dry moment and you're going to have to adjust. And it was a hard lesson for me to learn, but that's that low part. Like, nobody prepares you for that part. Nobody talks about that part. And it's real. It is a real adjustment. So and now I'm a little more seasoned, so I can anticipate when those times come. It's usually, around the holidays, sometimes like in the summer, so now I'm able to like prepare financially and just kind of mentally how to like adjust and know like, okay, your phone might be, silent for like a month. And it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. So that's honestly, Mo, that's like the hardest part that I didn't really see coming. Because, honestly, when I started, like, it was right around the time in 2010 where the buzz about plus size fashion and the plus industry was growing, and Full Figure Fashion Week had started in 2009. And, like, the timing was just like right, and everything was like hot, popping, events were going on, fashion shows and all this stuff, and then it was like crickets. You're like, wait, what? Like, what? But again, it was like, but I'm Steffany Allen. Like, people know me, and I had to humble myself and like, yo, it's all good. You're still important. You still have a voice in this community. Your work is still valid, and people want to work with you, and you just have to like mentally adjust and prepare yourself for that time. And I didn't know how to do that, and I was thrust kind of quickly into that.
I can relate 1,000%.
It's real.
But thank you for sharing that.
Of course.
You're still one of the most. I was just gonna say, you're still one of the most resilient entrepreneurs I know. That's all.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Every day.
Thank you.
Ain't nothing like that hustle, and New York teaches that too. You know what I'm saying?
First of all, I like to eat, so I'm a need. I will work a job, honey.
Okay, right.
And y'all personally know like the struggle I went through working in a retail situation where I was just like flustered every day. But I was like, it's a check, you know, and y'all have answered many Marco Polo for me, like crying and like it's okay, girl, it's okay. And you guys have been, you know, lovely, you know, sending me gifts every now and then, like just to kind of reassure me and reaffirm, you know, my presence. And I appreciate that because, you know, that's something else that kind of gets you through those like dark times when you have like a good, you know, circle of friends and sisters that really believe in you and want to support you and will tell you the truth, you know. Raj was like, girl, you just need to quit. And I was just like, listen, the way my mortgage is set up, not just yet.
Right. I just was worried about you, sis, because you can't work yourself to the ground. Like, you gotta have a balance there somewhere.
I know. And at the end of, you know, last year, I made a decision. I was just like, that's donezo. And it was kind of set up for me to just end that situation. But, you know, I was grateful for that part of my journey. I am grateful for that part of my journey. You know, that struggle, that hustle, it just makes you appreciate those good times and those better times even more. So,
yes.
Let's talk a little bit about that balance. What are you doing for balance? And how do you define that? You know what I'm saying? Because it's different for everybody. So
I'm sorry. I just see Raj smiling at me.
I ain't say nothing.
You don't have to. Yeah, take that sip from me, Mo. I know it. I already know.
All right. Or what should balance look like for you, and how are you, I guess, striving to get there?
You know, honestly, during COVID, it's been a really different kind of energy. And because I am sewing more, that has been a release for me because it's a release of creativity, and I'm able to, you know, connect with strangers, connect with people that I know, and they get a piece of me, and I'm feeling like I'm able to share, and it's nonverbal. It's just, you know, I'm making something. I, you know, write you a handwritten note, and you're getting a piece of me, and that allows me to sort of release. And I didn't know that would happen for me, but it's just sort of how it has manifested, you know. You know, there are definitely things that I should be doing health-wise, you know, taking a walk or, you know, getting fresh air more often and moving and all of that. But I feel like that's coming. But for right now, that's where it is for me, like being able to, you know, connect with people, you know, and creating something with them and not thinking about politics or not thinking about anything else, but just, you know, my client is working with me on something that's just special for them. And that's special for me, you know. And I didn't know that would be therapeutic, and it's really shown up in a way that I didn't expect.
You know, I remember when my mom, there was a certain point in my life when my mom was sick, and I don't know what it was about sewing that just soothed my spirit. I would take my singer out to the porch in the, you know, where I lived in Boston, and would just be out there making pajamas for her, whatever. And I've seen you kind of go into a trance with the work that you do, and I can imagine how much that's healing. And I love what you said about sending a little piece of you out to everybody. That's awesome, sis.
You know, I was gonna say, I'm sorry, Steph. I was just gonna say I can imagine how healing it, you know, might have been for your customers as well. So just have that connection, because like people have been missing embraces, they've been missing, you know, spending time with each other, and just to have just that extra, you know, little connection, it can mean the world to any and everybody. So
absolutely, and a lot of people have, you know, shared, like even with the handwritten note, and it was honestly with even with the kimonos and the skirts and stuff, like that has grown like on its own. I still like to have that personal touch and that personal connection, and I feel like that's those are moments that are lost, you know, specifically with social media, because everything is like instant gratification and this and everything is sort of cultivated, or what's the word? I can't even think right now.
Contrived?
Fabricated?
Not contrivity. Not contrivity.
You already know.
I remember that.
That's a bestie word. Y'all know
That's
nothing about that.
a behind the scenes one. We'll talk about contrivity. Oh Lord. But
like
everything,
fabricated or not?
yeah,
As real?
fabricated.
Yeah.
Nothing is really real. So, I've had so many people that have, they say, oh my God, the most important thing was like the handwritten note, not the actual piece, because it is a personal connection, because, the separation, we can't be with family, we can't be with friends.
Right.
And specifically during this time, that's sort of like, like a moment where, I feel appreciated, I feel respected, I feel seen, I feel, that connection with another human being. So, yeah.
Whenever I get a handwritten note from a company, it always touches me. It always means just a little bit more. So that's beautiful, sis.
It's those little things. It's those little things. I'm trying, y'all. I'm trying out in these streets. I'm trying.
You doing it.
I have another. Oh, sorry.
You doing it.
I did want to just say a shout out to Sarai, who is joining and watching from my page. What's up, Sarai? Thank you so much.
Hey.
And Sarai wants to know how to support you, Steffi. So we're gonna post that soon, Sarai. So you'll get her page and all her information.
Thank you.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
What
ma'am.
has been, so you hear actresses, models, whatever, say they had like a crazy like fashion mess up, like their dress broke open or something. What has been like the funniest, or the craziest situation you were in with a client and like there was a fashion mishap and you were like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do?
Wow. Well, I mean, I'm never ever gonna say names or anything like that.
Oh, of course,
right.
Not professional.
Yeah.
But I had a moment where I was asked the clients to give their sizes, shoe sizes, clothing size, tops, bottoms, jackets, dresses, everything. And I shop and I pull based on the information that's given to me. Go for the fitting and nothing fits. And I'm like, okay, we're going to be on national television in the morning. And how do you not know your sizes? And but like, this is where spandex has ruined so many lives.
Shade.
If you sit, just because it stretches don't mean that that's your size. Like that's just the stylist in me.
Right.
So I had to shop as quickly as I could before the morning show, which, morning shows start early, 7 a.m.
Yes.
So I had to research quickly to get, provisions for this segment that was going to be on television. And let me tell you something. I have never hustled so hard. I have never called in so many favors. Like, please open early so I can come and pull a few things. Like, so and at the end of the day, like, everybody's looking at you. Like, they don't care. They don't care.
No.
So what I have now, make sure that I ask for are the actual measurements of the individual. So I know at least the reality and not the delusional numbers of what you think your size is. So I
can only imagine the stress.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was a little crazy. And I didn't have an assistant at the time, so it was just me like doing it. And the producers are like, well, what are you going to do? Figure it out, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, all right. So, certain stores that were open 24 hours, opened up early. You go get in there quick. There was no sleep.
Right.
Because you had to make sure everything that you pulled ahead of time, you had to supplement that because nothing fit. So it was like starting from scratch in the middle of the night. Yeah. Yeah. So that's a little hectic for a stylist.
Yeah.
And still present
you made it through.
And still present on national television, and thankfully it was a success. It worked out, and everybody was happy.
Amen.
Honey, I know you had the biggest glass of wine after that.
Listen,
a whole bottle.
Oh, man.
Lord.
Vonette is watching from my page, and she said, "This lady has got to style me. She is on
Honey,
fire."
Yes. Vonette, you were amazing last week, sis. I was like, how am I going to follow her? How am I going to follow the young ladies from the high school? I'm like, what? How? No. Oh, Lord.
But you are the
No.
Steffany Allen,
Exactly.
darling. Thank you very much.
Thank y'all, ladies.
You
thank
have
you.
styled some awesome people. Like you've styled Layla Hathaway. Like who are some of the other
Yeah.
amazing names? Because when we look on your Instagram, we see the mask now. But ma'am, your resume is thick, honey.
Thick, honey.
So the Layla Hathaway moment was like, shout out to my friend Therese who has helped me. Like she actually hosted my trunk show in Atlanta last summer.
Oh, dope.
And
dope.
she's really great friends with Layla Hathaway, who's one of my favorite all-time singers. And I died. Anyway,
Right.
So Therese was like, I really want to hook Layla up. So I was like, all right, I got you. And, of course, she got on the camouflage. She got a couple of them.
There's a purple one.
Yes, purple. And then there was like an African print one. And I remember I thought I was going to have a moment to meet her dropping off the kimonos, but it didn't work out that way. So I dropped it off to the hotel, kept it moving.
Right.
So I'm on set shooting and my phone is like blowing up. I was like, what in the world is going on? Child, Layla had on the kimono, and I just like let out the loudest scream on set, and everybody's like, "Girl, you all right?" And I was like, "My favorite singer in the whole world was just wearing my kimono." I don't even know what I said. And I was just like floored, and she tagged me. She said she loved the piece, and she DM'd me. I was like, oh Lord. It's just like that moment of like validation, like Raj, when you got to sing with Diane Reeves, and I know what that moment was like, we know Mo's like ultimate dream is to play with Sade, like all of those things. Carrie wants to work with Issa. I already know.
It's gonna happen.
So it's like those kinds of moments, and like that's something that I made that's on her. And I'm like, oh wow. So
proud of you,
it wasn't an exact personal styling moment, but she had on something that represented me. And they made
right.
They made.
And kind of in that vein, sis, what are if there are any like magazines or any shows that are on your list? Which ones you going for next? Because we know you're gonna be there, but what's on your list?
Right. Wow, it's crazy because I'm a little reluctant to sort of like vision out that kind of way just because of how things have shown up. I mean, New York Fashion Week was not on my radar at all.
Showing your pieces. That was good.
And then it happened.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, I'm gonna just let it play out. I'm gonna just keep doing what I'm doing. Obviously you have some directional moments, but
form follows function. Yeah, you do.
So it's like, okay.
Who would you like to style though? Who would be like your dream person that you could,
Oh gosh, that's hard.
Because you like June. Who's the woman? June
Ambrose.
You like June Ambrose a lot. I know that.
Yeah, she's fabulous. And I met her twice actually. Once when she was speaking. And then secondly, when I was on the job, like we were shopping in the same place. I was like, oh my God, I'm shopping with June Ambrose. Like, I was like, I'm on my own job, and so is she. We in the same place.
Right.
Like, what's up, girl? What's up?
Right.
Exactly.
And the person I was working with, like, he was like unkind enough to like, introduce us, and she's like, I've seen you somewhere. I'm like, yes, you have. We have a picture.
Right.
I got receipts, but but no, it's just like everybody's in this journey of being a stylist. Like you have your own path, and I would love to have that journey that she has, and my mentor Susan Moses, who I love and adore.
Yes,
she's I mean, we could just talk about her for the next hour, but she's been really gracious and kind with, teaching me and educating me, and kind of grooming me for advancement in this business, and helping me to not just pigeonhole myself and just being in one specific area, because sometimes we get tunnel vision and the expectations of how we think our career should be. But it's like, no, it's a whole world out there, venture out into this, try this. Don't just limit yourself. And, through Susan's guidance, I've had some amazing opportunities, and I'm still getting opportunities, and I'm forever grateful for that. So I'll just say for now, I'm open for, what the possibilities could be. But in the meantime, I'm doing what I know that I can do now to prepare myself for it.
Right.
That's
beautiful.
Yeah.
Listen, I was taking mental notes. Sis.
Can I ask you before we wind down, because you are, you and I privately, we kiki a lot about fashion that we don't like. And you are my sister, because I know I can send you like a ratchet fashion picture and be like, but where are we going in this stuff? And you will kiki right with me, girl. I love that.
Yes.
But what are your favorite fashion trends for the fall that you see, that because we got to go somewhere. Listen, I need outfits to go to the post office. Okay?
Right. So, listen.
In the grocery store. Where are we going?
Right. It is interesting, because I was curious to see like how the industry would like change and sort of adjust to, COVID and everything, since there are no runway shows and like all of that right now. But one thing is, true, like color always works. Like there's, what I've seen are like bright and bold color suits, like, red and royal blues and stuff. And actual suits, a jacket and a pair of pants. Like, and there's ways to like make it fashion without making it such like a structured look or structured piece. Paired with some sneakers. I know you love your heels, Roz, but
girl, listen, sneakers don't look right on my feet.
I'm the sneaker girl. I'm the sneaker girl.
So there's ways to like remix it, to make it your own and keep it classy. A lot of the classics for me, I'm a trend person, but I always do it like a season later. Like I don't like to do it when everybody else is wearing it. So I just kind of make it my own in that way. That's something I feel like I learned early on. But I did make some notes for y'all.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I need to take some notes, honey.
Yes. So we know that loungewear is like a big thing because everybody's pretty much working from home. But
exactly,
you can elevate it beyond like your sweatpants and like a t-shirt. There are several brands that are incorporating loungewear into their collection, so you can feel like you're kind of elevated in, better fabrications, better style lines, pull-on pants, with a tie wrapped shirt. There's so many more options with that.
Who are your favorite like loungewear kind of brands?
Well, along with myself, a caftan all day.
Come on, darling.
Right.
Come on and say that.
Listen, we got to promote, right?
That's right.
Absolutely.
But Jabri is a plus brand who I love. Jasmine, she's phenomenal. She's also the sister that designed the dress that Breonna Taylor is wearing on the cover of Vanity Fair. That blue, that aqua dress on the cover of Vanity Fair.
Yes.
It's amazing, phenomenal. But Jasmine, she's a good friend of mine, and she does beautiful pieces. I'm just speaking in specific to Plus because that's where my concentration is.
Right.
But Zelly for she has some great pieces. Another Black designer. Beautiful loungewear and just comfortable, easy, like nothing restrictive, just really easy and fun.
Right.
So I'm gonna hit to that, and then the next I have trench coats, which is a classic.
Love a trench coat.
Yeah, classic oldie but goodie. But the way that it's moving forward in fall is that it's longer. The colors are more like there's mustard colors. There's not just beyond that sort of the Dick Tracy tan color.
Right.
So there's way more options now and more fashion forward looks for the trench coat for the fall and moving into winter.
Yeah.
A continuation from summer are layered necklaces. I know you've probably seen them. Like it's like nice gold inlaid, like not like back in the 80s where you just like piling them all on. You're looking like MC Hammer,
right?
But just like
Right.
Oh no, it was Mr. T. I'm sorry.
Mr. T.
Yes,
I'm sorry. Mr.
No,
T.
we got you though.
We're not chunking it all the way up. Just like a few, cute layer pieces for that's a continuation from summer.
Steffi, can I ask you a question?
Of course.
Are rope chains or gold rope chains, are they still in style? Because I want one.
Right.
Do it. Listen, do it. Do it. It might not be rope, but it's definitely like the links, like the bit larger links.
The
So you can
links.
definitely,
Okay.
you
See,
can
I'm trying to be
definitely
cool.
do.
All right.
Right.
Hey.
Oh yes.
And should you feel you need your, Mr. T moment, go ahead, but just tone it,
Okay.
tone it
Have a
back
big
just
old
a little
medallion.
bit, just a little,
Right. Wear your flair, honey.
Okay.
a little bit down. Something that I may try for myself, I don't even know, but like a slouched boot, like
Ooh.
yeah, but like a nice stacked heel.
Yes. I could
Yes.
see it. I could
I'm
see
thinking.
it.
I'm
Sounds
thinking.
dope.
I'm thinking. I saw something that piqued my interest.
Mm-hmm.
I have not made the investment, but I might try that for
Yes,
myself.
honey. I will buy it.
Okay.
Okay.
Right. I got to practice walking in them first, though. 'Cause even though I spent 15 years working at Manolo Blahnik, them heels were just.
Girl, you have a wall of heels,
I
child.
have a wall of shoes.
Let us talk about the wall
Let's
of
talk
shoes.
about the wall of
The
Manolo
monument to Manolo
in
that
your
exists in that apartment.
How many pair of Manolos do you have, sis?
Yeah, good
Oh
question.
Lord. Oh gosh.
Right. Will you not be able to tell us, for fear of incriminating yourself to your husband?
No. He knows and he encourages the behavior. Let's see. Definitely in the 500 mark.
Wait a minute, where the rest of the shoes at though? This is what I need to know.
I thought you were going to say like
Somewhere
250 or
Jesus.
300.
Girl, she probably got a storage unit full of Manolos. God bless it.
Hey, I'm telling you.
God bless
Sis.
it.
I've collected Manolos and I've collected moto jackets. So
This is true.
That's my thing.
Honey, that's your retirement
You got a
right
storage unit out there in
It
Westchester.
is. It is.
Would you
Get on that
ever
goose
consider
egg.
like doing like a vintage Manolo sale, like trunk
I've
sale, or
been
like
thinking about it just because I am ready to part with some things.
Yeah.
You better not without us coming to New York,
Listen,
though, because
you
I
got the
my
blue,
name.
you got the blue joints,
I got the leopard booties already. What up?
Yes.
Call back.
you got the blue ones from Sex and the City that when she went back to the closet to see Big and she grabbed them blue shoes off the thing. You have those?
I have Hangisi. Yes, I have Hangisi. That's the name of the shoe.
What's it called?
Hangisi. Hangisi. Hangisi.
Baby, and she knows the spelling. This is what I'm
Yes.
saying. You
And
are
I have-
speaking to the oracle
I
of fashion right now, y'all.
I didn't get the first year of the Oklahoma, which is they call it the Manolo Blahnik Tim. I didn't get it the first year that I worked there, but I got it when it was revisited. Yes.
Yeah,
I have
honey.
that is in my collection.
Listen, y'all, whenever I go to New York, I go shopping in Steffi's closet. I usually get like
Actually, you all have.
We all have. I got a bomb jacket.
jacket. I'm like, girl, when the last time you wore this? I know we well it was for one shoe.
Right.
Give me that jacket.
Carrie, you were only here for just a few moments, and it was just like after we hung out, so you didn't get to peruse the situation. But next time you
I need some
I am not embarrassed. I own it honest. I got it. I know my problems. I know my issues, and I'm good. I'm honest.
Girl, that's because you are well educated in the world of fashion. You know
Thank
exactly what
you.
you're talking about, sis.
Thank you, y'all. I appreciate it.
So, okay, did you guys have any other questions before I ask mine?
I didn't. My question was going to be about the fall. So.
Okay, perfect. Okay, how do you see? What is it that you would like to see for the Steffany Allen line going forward, right? Like you have your predictions for fall and for fashion, and I know you have the caftan, the kimonos. Let me say it right, girl.
No, it's kimonos and caftans now. We have expanded.
Even better. Okay.
Yes.
Right. So you have your loungewear, your exclusive loungewear, your kimonos and caftans, and the masks. But what is next for Steffany Allen Limited? What is the next thing that you're working on?
I have been thinking about just the outreach because it is just me sitting behind the sewing machine, and it's becoming a lot, and just maybe in boutiques, just putting like actual product placement or e-com moment where I can actually have the items produced. But I will be honest, the struggle with me is the person to person opportunity there, because each piece is custom made. It's based on your height and your size, right? And where can you get that? Like I have clients who are 6 feet and 4'11",
Right.
So to have a custom piece made for you based on your height and size, where do you get that, and for a reasonable price? So, that's sort of where I'm working out the logistics of how to expand in that way.
Right.
As far as actual products, earlier this year, I was gifted a dress form, like a full body dress form, and those joints are like $800, $1,000.
Yes.
And I was just like, yes, I will come to get it. I hustled to get a stand for it. So it's given me an opportunity to create, so I want to see what else I can, kind of bring out that's me, that's still not something that people haven't seen before. And that is a challenge sometimes, because the world is big and there's so many brands and designers that are doing plenty of things. So I just need to figure out how to make it my own. So I'm open for that for Steffany Allen Limited, for sure.
Well, I know that. I mean, I remember when you released your skirts and everybody was going crazy for your maxi skirts and maxi looks. And so I'm sure that whatever you put out, people will love and adore. You've been doing an amazing job, sis. And I thank you so much for being on the show.
Yes, I'm so excited.
Yes.
Y'all know it's hard for me to talk in front of people, so this is like a big. I'm like, okay, I'm talking.
Yeah.
You're doing the damn thing. Now, how can people get? Because listen, I'm about to give me a kimono. Okay.
Right.
How can people support you? Where do we go? What's the best way to connect with us?
Absolutely.
Right.
So it's SteffanyAllen.com, SteffanyAllen.com. And on the site, you can order a kimono, you can order a mask, you can order a caftan, or you can email me directly at stephanie.allen@gmail.com.
I meant to ask, do you do wardrobe audits and do you do personal styling still?
Yes,
so if people want to do like Zoom sessions with you for fashion?
I just had a virtual styling session a couple weeks ago where we did a closet review. We spoke about, things to remove, things to donate, things to keep. So that on the personal styling, that's definitely something that I do. And then we're, navigating the virtual shopping opportunities there.
Right.
But first of all, just going through the closet edit to see what's working, what's not working, what fits, what doesn't fit, and giving suggestions, based on what you already have. If you don't have the budget to ditch everything and start over, I give recommendations based on what you already have in your closet.
Right.
Love it.
Well, Lord knows I'm going to be calling you because I'm going to have to
buy
all new clothes, girl.
Come on, Skin King. Coming through with a snatched waist and whatnot.
No, let me tell you though, when I was getting dressed today, I was like, Steffi gonna talk about me because my bra is too big. And I already know if she could see me right now, she'd be like, girl, you need to buy a new bra.
But that's the first thing that Raj and I spoke about when we talked about getting started. I was like, your foundation, like we gotta start from the inside out. Like if the girls ain't sitting right, we gotta work on that.
Right.
Right.
And, some people in the industry and plus industry specific are not, supporters of shapewear and all of that, but you could be a size 2 and still need a pair of Spanx, just to smooth things out. So it's not about size or anything. It's just about how the garment looks on your body. How is it hanging? Because if you're tugging and pulling and all of that, then I personally have a problem. I feel like you struggling. You don't have to. You don't have to.
Buy it in your size, sis. If you know nothing else from this episode, buy the size for you.
Right.
Buy it and be cute.
And if you need to go up a size and the number on that tag is bothering you, cut that sucker out. Boom. And keep it moving.
Right.
Okay.
Amen.
And
Keep
on
it
that
moving.
note,
Love
you
that.
have had your fashion styling
Yes.
episode for today. Did you like how I
Yes,
timed that? That was
Steffi.
cute.
I
No?
did. That was good
That was
job. Good
smooth. That
job.
was smooth, girl.
Thank you so much,
Yes,
Steffi, for
You're
being
welcome,
here. You are a
ladies.
sister empowered this
Sister
week.
Oh, thank
empowered.
you.
Big
We
up,
salute
big
you, sis.
love.
Thank you. Love y'all so
Listen,
much.
family.
Yes.
Like we said, continue to support this beautiful black woman doing her
Yes.
thing.
Thank
Go to
you.
SteffanyAllen.com, SteffanyAllen@gmail.com, and continue to follow us. And so next week we have who wants to let them know? Who wants to let them know
Say
what's
it. I don't
happening
think I
next
can
week?
say it. Wait, I gotta stop the music. Y'all need to
Wait.
know. Y'all need to know.
Wait, let me take hold on, let me take a sip first so I can get ready.
Carrie, you gonna say it? Who
Carrie,
gonna
you
say it?
say it.
You say it, Carrie, because we good.
Okay. So next week, fam, we will be having here on the sip, same time, same place, the phenomenal Grammy Award winning Diane Reeves.
Whoa!
Yes!
I'm
Oh
so
my
excited.
God! Oh,
She's so
that's so
amazing.
awesome!
We love her
Yes.
so
Let me
much.
know.
Oh Lord, Raj, what you gonna do, girl, to get yourself together?
You already know. I'm gonna be
It's
like
gonna
this the
be
whole
lit.
time.
Honey.
That is incredible. Congratulations,
It's
ladies.
gonna be
That's
Thank
amazing.
you.
phenomenal. Oh
Yes.
So
I'm
come
wow.
so
through, bring a
excited.
friend,
Yes.
tell a
Come
friend,
on,
y'all.
Sip. Sip is doing
Yeah.
some
Yes,
things.
Yes, honey.
Yeah.
so
Listen,
cute.
I'm just happy to be in the number. I'm in the books.
Absolutely.
Hey,
That's
hell
awesome. That's great, ladies. I'm so proud of you all so much.
Thank
So much.
you.
Thank
Oh
y'all.
Thank
wow.
you
yeah.
so
Sis, we are so
much.
proud of you. Love you so much.
Love you too.
Yes.
And
All
I just
right,
want to
fam.
shout out
Until
really
next.
quick Colby, who's been watching
Yes.
and commenting the whole time. We
Hi,
appreciate you, cousin.
Oh,
Thank you for
Thank you, Kobe.
watching.
Thank you for
yes,
watching.
yes,
Thank you,
y'all.
Sarai. Thank you, Ryan. Hello for watching. Much love, y'all. He done popped in all at the last minute. I love that boy. That boy.
Tell him I said Wu Tang for life, and he know what that means.
Hey,
Hey.
Wu-Tang for life.
Too funny.
Word. All right, party
Um,
people.
Have
Y'all
a
take care
beautiful
of
weekend,
yourselves. Have a good
everybody.
Mwah.
weekend. We'll see y'all
Hey.
next week. Same time, same place.
Peace out, y'all.
Bye.